You'll notice that after a day out on the water, you're quite stiff through the shoulders, the abdominal region, and the hips. Now this is due to the constant bracing, rotating, and twisting that the upper body needs to do in order to control the kayak. So I've designed this video to provide you some exercises that you can work through after a day out on the water to help release some of that tension through the upper body. Start by laying on your back. Allow everything to relax as you take a deep breath in and out. From there, draw your right knee into your chest. Interlace the hands around the shin and begin to draw the knee a little closer in. Keep the shoulders and the back of the head grounded down, and keep the breath steady. Release your right knee and step both of your feet to the mat. From there, create a number 4 shape, hooking the right ankle just above the left knee. To deepen, you can draw the left leg in towards the chest, but make sure you keep your shoulder blades and the back of the head rooted down. Keep drawing the right knee towards the front of your mat. Exhale to release. Switching sides, draw the left knee into the chest and extend the right leg long. Keep drawing down with the hands to bring the knee closer to the mat. Keep pressing out through the right heel to feel a stretch to the right hip flexor. Exhale, release, step both feet to the mat, and then create that number 4 shape on the left side. To deepen, draw your right knee into your chest. Exhale to release. Step both of your feet to the mat and make sure you can lightly tickle the backs of your heels with your fingers. Bring your hands out, palms face up. As you inhale, push into your feet and the back of your head as you lift your hips up. Wrap your shoulder blades under and then see if you can soften your glutes. Avoid tucking the chin here. Make sure it presses up towards the sky. Keep the breath steady. As you exhale, release your hips down to the mat and take a clearing breath up and down your spine. Second round, push into the feet, lift the hips. Again, wrapping the shoulder blades under. Push into the inner edges of your feet to engage the inner thighs. This will help you to soften the glutes. Exhale to lower the hips back down. Hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a little squeeze. From there, rock up into a seat and cross your legs. Take your left fingertips out to the side, and as you exhale, sweep your right arm up and over to start to stretch into the right side body. Make sure the right sitting bone presses into the mat and hug your top shoulder back. Inhale, come up to center, and then take your right fingertips over to the right. Exhale, left arm reaches over. Send your breath into the left side body as you press your left sitting bone into the mat. Inhale, come back through center. Extend your legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee and step your right foot across your left leg. Take your left hand to your knee, right hand behind you. Exhale, twist to the right. As you breathe out, slowly release your twist and switch it to the second side. Step your left foot across your right leg and find your twist to the left. The more you draw your knee towards your shoulder, the more you'll get a stretch across the outer hip. As you breathe out, release. Bend your knees to come forward into tabletop. Hips above your knees, shoulders above your wrists. Spread your fingers and press down. As you inhale, lift your tailbone, drop your belly, lift your gaze. With your exhale, drop your tailbone to your heels, round your spine, draw chin to chest. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, chest lifts. Exhale, tailbone lowers, spine rounds. Close your eyes and just move with your breath through a few more undulations of the spine here, releasing those spinal stabilizing muscles and bringing a bit of mobility into the spine. Take one more exhale with a rounded spine, and then come back to a neutral tabletop. From there, step your hands about a foot or a foot and a half forwards. Keep your ears between your biceps as you start to lower your chest and your biceps towards the mat. Forehead can come to rest between your hands if it's comfortable, and then see if you can send your breath towards that space between your shoulder blades. Keep your hips right above your knees and push into your hands. See if you can press your ribs towards your thighs. Push into your hands to slowly draw up and come back through tabletop. From there, shift your weight to the right so you can step your left foot forward. Slide your right knee back as needed to deepen the stretch across the right hip flexor. Climb to your front thigh, push your shoulders back, and then start to sink into your front knee. You can keep your hands on your thighs for support or extend them up towards the sky. Stay here or sweep your arms out to 45 degrees and feel that opening across the collarbones. Inhale, sweep your arms back up, and as you exhale, release your hands down. Slide that front knee back, and then shift your weight over into the left so that you can slide the right foot forward. Again, take the time to slide the left knee back as needed, and then climb to your front thigh to stack shoulders above hips. Stay here or inhale, sweep your arms up and back. Extend your arms out at 45 degrees. Feel the chest open. Inhale, lift your arms back up. Exhale, release your hands and slide your knee back. From here, curl your toes under, and as you exhale, lift your hips into downward facing dog. Bend deeply into one knee as you straighten the opposite leg, and then switch sides, pedaling your legs. Eventually finding stillness. Look forwards. Slowly begin to walk your feet to meet your hands. Bend your knees as you need to. And then find yourself in a forward fold at the top of the mat. Bend your knees deep enough so that you can rest your belly to your thighs as you grab opposite elbows. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, press your heart forward, draw your shoulders back, straighten your legs. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, push into the feet, rise up, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Make sure that your feet are hips distance. Bring your right hand to your thigh, and as you exhale, reach your left arm up and over to the right. Finding a side body stretch, hug your left shoulder back. Inhale, come back through center. And this time, step your left foot over your right and find that same stretch. This time, you should feel the stretch coming right into the outside of the left leg and the left hip. Inhale, come back through center, and then release. Second side. Left hand to your thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, come back up, and then step your right foot over your left. Exhale, come back into the stretch. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release. Interlace your hands behind your back. Drop your knuckles down as you lift your chest. Breathe out. Rest your belly onto your thighs and draw your knuckles overhead. The more you squeeze your shoulder blades together, the more this will be a release across your chest. Release your hands and bring your fingertips below your shoulders to your shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step back into downward facing dog. From there, release your knees. Sit back on your heels and take a breath. From there, press up onto your knees so you're standing on your knees. Tuck your toes under and take your hands onto your sacrum. Draw your elbows together and press your hips forward. Lift the chest up and then maybe start to look up. If it's comfortable, you can release fingertips to your heels. Keep the hips pressing forwards as you draw the shoulders down and back. Take your breath into the chest. To come out, inhale, bring your hands to your low back and rise up. Sit back on your heels and just try to limit any additional movements, letting this clear out of your spine. Stand up in your knees once more. Tuck your toes. Press your hips forwards as you lean up and back. Feel free to release the hands to the heels and keep that expansion across the chest. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale to come up. Sit back on your heels and take a breath. Just allowing that to clear from the upper body. Shift your weight to the side so that you can swing your legs forwards. And from there, lower onto your back. Stretch the left leg out long and hug the right knee into the chest. Take your hands behind the right thigh as you draw the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. That leg can stay bent, or you can straighten and draw the thigh towards the stomach to deepen the stretch across the hamstring. Exhale to release. Hug the left knee in. Take your hands to the back of your left thigh and send the sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Again, you can keep that knee bent, or you can straighten the leg, drawing the thigh towards the belly. Exhale to release. Extend both your arms out and let your feet flop to the sides, and stay here for a few moments of rest.